Remember those walls I built, buried it tumbling down. Didn't even put up a fight, didn't even make a sound. I never let you in, but I never really had time. Standing in the light of a halo. Chapter 11, on the run. I got my angel now. You, Gabriella, and Cass have just made a decision. You're gonna follow the enemy's trail and learn all you can about this foe, so you can unite the Crimson Beach Covenants against a common enemy. You huddle together, hastily running through a plan, knowing you barely have any time to waste. The trail has smelled. It leads straight to the edge of the ley lines, past them most likely, which means our party's about to be nerfed. There'll be weather changes, sunlight, whatever else Mother Nature throws our way. They both look at you meaningfully. If that's your way of asking if I'm ready, then yes, I'm ready for this. I'm more worried what you do, especially the whole sun poison thing. Hey, vampires dealt with it before we found the ley lines. We'll be able to handle it. Guess is right. We try to travel by night, and if it comes to it, we find shelter during the day. Is there any way we can stock up on supplies? Going back to town is out of the question, but we don't want to leave totally empty-handed. There's an old hunting lodge not far from here, in this way. Inside, cobwebs line the ceiling of the cabin, and the smell of dust permeates the room. Floorboards creak as the three of you spread out to look for anything useful. There's a backpack and some water in that cabinet. Matches too. You got a sleeping bag. All I found is a bunch of rope. Do I have knives in this place? Do we need knives in this place? We need knives. Gabriella gives him a mistrustful look, and he throws his hands up in the air. For a rookie, in case we come across a bear or something, and he needs to defend himself. I mean, I'm pretty sure both of you can take on a bear. But it would be nice to have something for myself, just in case. I don't have to build this super speed or razor sharp teeth. You open up a rickety closet, and a smile spreads across your face when you see what's inside. You take out a pair of durable khakis and utility vest, and nose hatchet strapped into a leather belt. Okay, I was gonna say, how is khakis gonna help us? Well, it's not a knife per se. It's a legit axe. You can hack and slash whatever you want with that. Well, I hope it doesn't come to hacking and slashing. It could definitely come in handy. Alright, turn around while I try these on. Gabriella grabs Cass and turns it around with her as you hastily try on the outfit. Cass didn't want to turn around. Wearing outdoorsy get up, complete with a hatchet, to be completely prepared for wilderness. Okay, Boy Scout. We made it to the 400s. Hiking never looked so good. Cass peeks over his shoulder and turns to the grave to give you a full once-over. I'm waiting for something. Okay. Alright. Total Tomb Raider vibes. I dig it. Or Uncharted, but you know, fine. You're already a force back in with hierarchy, but now you'll be unstoppable. So, we ready to hit the road? Do you regather a few more supplies from the cabin before setting out through the forest on the cover of darkness? You trek through the trees. Fuck you. You trek through the woods in silence for a while. Gabrielle and Cass ever alert for the sound of anyone up ahead or on your trail. At the edge of the ley line, the three of you come to a stop, facing a nondescript pathway and trees. It doesn't get any different, but you're almost sure you can feel a shift in the air. The point of no return. You guys ready for it? Let's do this. You forge on ahead, and as you make your way through the ley line, not only can you feel the change, your surroundings shift, trees losing the warm fall colors as the temperature Temperature weather of Crimson Beach turns into the chill from New England winter. The trees rustle in the cool breeze. You can practically feel cutting to your bones. I never realized how much difference the light made. I think I'll take the constant threat of vampire attacks over this cold. I like how Gabriella will be happy about it, and Cass, it's just like, eh. Cass has a jacket. You saddle up to Cass, slipping your arm through the crook of his elbow, instantly feeling some of his warmth seep into you. Hi. Cass wraps his arm around your waist, pulls you close as you walk, his grin stoking the spark inside you. Hey, I was wondering when you gravitate toward the hardest thing here. Humble as always. Guys, try not to fall behind. Yeah. You make good time, Sergeant. As night grows longer, you look up at the sky, searching for any indication of morning's arrival. I think it'd be a good idea if one of you carry me for a while, so you can move up vampire speed. I feel like I'm slowing us down, and with the sun coming up in a few hours. Honestly, I think it's safer to continue at your pace. There's less chance of getting too close to the enemy and having to catch your scent. Agreed. And besides, daybreak's still a long way off. We're still well on the trail. Only way to be able to tell if we're coming is if Harlow keeps stomping around like an elephant. If I know today he'll turn into the Hunger Games, I wouldn't have worn such a boost, alright? That works the laugh out of you, and you feel your spirits lift. Just let me know if you guys want to build the pace. The three of you cover a lot of ground, the night air feeling less rigid as you push on. Cass fills the silence with a slew of stories to keep you entertained. So because you're the sore loser, Val takes the frisbee and chucks it across. Fuck you. Val takes the frisbee and chucks it into the branches of a tree while her might. And that's how we learned that vampires can still get wasp stings. You have to burst into laughter, and Gabriella lifts a hand. She puts a finger to her lips, then motions for you to follow her. What is it? You'll see. Moving carefully, she leads you over to a small hill and points up to the tree trunks where you see a baby deer and his mother foraging in the grass. Oh, look at that. Quietly, Gabriella slips a baby carrot out of her pack. She hands it out to the animals, and on shaky legs, the baby deer trots forward, inhaling the treat and noses her palm for more. There you go, little guy. You watch the two of them together in silent awe, smiling as the dog eventually approaches to nuzzle her fawn. After a couple of minutes, you lean over to Gabriella and whisper, "So, when are you going to tell me you speak deer? Or is that come standard with the silver eyes or fangs?" Not even close. 10-year-old Gabriella took getting her wilderness tracking badge very seriously. You were a Girl Scout? Okay, there better be pictures of that. Cass lets out a loud yawn from behind you, and the deer startle. You and Gabriella will and Cass as the deer is coming back off into the woods. What was that for? Do you literally have to ruin everything? Well, excuse me for not being a Bambi fan. Last I checked, we had somewhere to go. He motions toward a nearby river, rushing fast over jutting rocks. And it means crossing that, which is a piece of cake for me and Golden Girl, for new guy. My name is Haruki Ho, and you know that. He gives you a look, as though waiting for you to ask for his help. You raise your eyebrows. Piece of cake, wait, make sure it costs. Wait, what? But you're already jumping over the churning waters as fast as you can while keeping the balance. You travel from rock to rock, knowing that one bad move will send you into the freezing water. Haruki, watch out. The words are barely out of her mouth when you touch down near the side. You turn backward again. Wow, you're a little slow. Shaking themselves out of the stupors, they flee across the river in a heartbeat. Cass gives you an appraising look. I swear you got a death wish. You know, you even have these skills called balance and agility. As he gapes at you, Gabriella chuckles. He got you there. Hey, you two thought I was gonna fall in. Hey, you thought I was gonna fall in too. I was just... You break into laughter, looking at the... You break into laughter at the looks both of their faces and weave them after you. Okay? And weave them after you as you continue down the path. Have fun, fell. Come on, don't fall behind now. A couple of hours before dawn, you come to a clearing deep in the forest. A cliff rises above you, but you're more interested by the gaping hole in front of your eyes. Is it some sort of cave? It's a base to shelter vampires got outside during the daytime. There's a bunch of them around here. They were used back during the vampire hunter times, before vampires had towns to settle in. And this one must be hundreds of years old. And this here base was founded by Astora herself. What? No, it wasn't. The Clements inhabited this part of woods back then. Yeah, maybe according to the Clement propaganda, but it was the Vanities who ran this place back in the day. Besides, these hideouts were Astora's at the end in the first place. Yes, no offense. Right now I don't care who found this hole in the wall. What I care about is what we might find inside. If this place is as old as you say, it must be filled with vampire artifacts and lore. Good point. There's gotta be at least a few cool relics in there. And we might be able to find something that proves once for all who founded this base. I really don't give a fuck. Explore the abandoned vampire base to learn its centuries-old history and collect an invaluable talisman. Kill me. I wanna know everything. And lead the way, new guy. Inside, the base is silent and lit by streams of moonlight pouring in from a hole in the cave ceiling. Faded paintings on the walls depict figures engraved in heroin battles. Is that a prisoner? A painting in front of you shows a figure chained up on the ground. Another figure standing cross arms behind him. In the background, though, faded. In the background, though faded, you can make out a gradient of light colors. In a vampire hunter, sometimes they trap a vampire and wait for the daylight, and the sun kill them slowly. That's not all the vampires had to deal with. He clears up another faded painting, showing figures chained to giant poles as red flames dash around them. Oh my god. I heard stories from some of the older vanities. Sometimes, villagers got suspicious of vampires that got too comfortable living in towns. The villagers would round them up, shackle them with silver into stakes deep in the woods, and set them on fire. It's horrible. Stomach turning, your eyes scan the rest of the walls. That's when you notice a pair of insignia carved side by side, high on a nearby wall. Are those carving sigils? Yeah, that's Vanity's insignia, right next to the Clements. They both glanced at each other, falling silently into the awkward silence. So, looks like both your coverings shared this base at some point, regardless of who founded it. I guess it's possible. It makes sense with the whole history. I like to believe that the coverings really were united at some point. It gave me hope that now they have another enemy trying to wipe you both out, you guys can unite once again. The past, no promise of how the future's gonna go. In that case, I hope that all your Vanity, Clement, Ch11 is no indication of how you're gonna handle this threat. Like I told him, that somehow manages to put grudges aside just enough to get the job done. You roll your eyes and step away from Cass, only to stop in your tracks. Oh. The wall is suddenly covered in faded streaks of color. As you look closer, you realize the colors come out of the objects that the painted figures are holding. Those have to be talisman, and the ones holding them have to be hunters. Look. He points toward a figure on the ground, seemingly crying now in pain, as they're surrounded by a cloud of silver that comes from a hunter's talisman. It looks like the silver war talisman in front of the Harvest Festival. The drawing next to it shows a vampire, covering her eyes, surrounded by white flashes. And this one must be the Distortion talisman. The three of you are quiet, studying the violent depictions on the walls. Do you think they left these up here? As remembrance? I know tons of vampires were killed during this time with the hunters. Maybe it's one of those ways of making sure those losses weren't forgotten. Maybe. But I know I'd rather be committed to history, to peak of my life, not the end. The longer you look, the more the drawings take on emotional toll. You let out every sigh and lean against the wall, wanting to feel a shift against your back. What the hell? Gabriel and Cass jump into fighting stances, and you leap away from the wall, but it's just a loose stone. Jeez, the guy. I've heard of jumping out of spiders, but a towel on the wall? Says the guy who leapt 10 feet in the air. Wait, I think there's something behind it. You wiggle the stone, working it loose until it scrapes out of the wall and clatters to the ground. Oh my god, look at this. Reaching inside the hole, you take out a piece of paper along with the golden pendant that had been resting atop it. Careful with that thing. I don't want any of those wall mirrors coming true for me. And that paper might tell us what kind of talisman what this is, and why it was stashed away like that. Carefully setting the talisman aside, you unfold the yellow piece of paper and start reading the tale scrawled within. If this letter has been found, I pray that you are a friend, and that you heed the warning I can make the egg paper before you. I selected the ideal night, dark and moonless for my death. Hidden in the underbrush, I waited until the hunters were distracted with their drinks. Cheers, I say, to the power of silver, and to the extermination of the pest. Then I struck, unbeknownst to the men teetering around the campfire. Less than 4 heartbeats, I had infiltrated their tents and escaped with a bag full of horrible treasures. I waited until I had gained a considerable distance from the camp before stopping to examine what was carried. These pendants are what those foul beasts have been using against us. How? Too suddenly, a needle standing from one of the pendants, while in my own great speed allowed me to avoid being punctured. These are dangerous and unpredictable. I must have been bad to our stronghold. Returning to our stronghold, I sat down to write the letter you are now reading. The local vampire hunter, Malaysia, grows stronger. I think that's what it says. I don't know. I don't care. Grows stronger. The methods more sadistic than previously imaginable. The pendants that I stole from them, I should call them talisman, are their newest weapons. They hold horrific powers that help slay vampires. I've seen them used firsthand against my Kelvin brothers and sisters. I've taken them not only to disarm our enemy, but some members of my coven may study them, replicate them, and perhaps create some of our own, as a matter of self-preservation and survival. The vampires are planning to make their own talisman. I wonder if they figured it out. Hang on. This guy say which coven he was from? No, all I said was some members of my coven may study them. Well, talismans hurt the vampires and someone had them to use against being attacked, towards like the humans, the hunters. That'd be a store, because her coven doesn't like humans. Something a store would do. Wait, you're not serious, are you? Take a terrified weapon, dismantle it. Take a terrified weapon, dismantle it, and then make a whole new version her coven could use in retaliation? Sounds ruthless to me. I'm taking this new guy's side on this one. I'm not new anymore. No surprises there. Let's finish the letter, shall we? There's one talisman I refuse to bring back to my coven. However, it is one I'm hiding away with this letter. It's far away. I put the mic in my mouth. I was tired of messing up. It is far and away the most lethal. It contains a needle filled with terrible poison that kills vampires with a single strike. Should the hunters intercept me before I am able to return to my coven, I shall not run the risk of this talisman falling back into their hands. I hope this letter is never found, and that this talisman remains buried with it. But if you're reading this, heed my warning to all vampire kind. Avoid this talisman at all costs. Pick up the talisman. Carefully press your thumb into the ominous skull cavern, and you watch as the needle stands. Tap it again, causing the needle to reside back inside. Look at Gabriella and Cass. They are thick between you. Dangerous as this is, it's also valuable. Imagine being able to stop our enemies with a single jab. Those bastards move quick, but it doesn't matter if they run fast right into a poison needle. And the fact that we found it here, now, it almost feels like our ancestors are looking out for us. You nod, mind made up, as carefully as you can manage. You find an opening spot on your bracelet and attach the poison talisman. The downside of reading this book, I'm wasting all my diamonds. The upside, by like 1%, is that by the time I'm finished, I get 15 whole diamonds for completing a new book. Because Pixelberry decided to change it from getting 15 diamonds every time you complete a book to every time you complete a new book. Which means it doesn't matter if I keep rereading books. I'm not getting diamonds from rereading those books. I had to read a new book to get diamonds. To read a book for the first time to get 15 diamonds. Like, Jesus Christ. You know how hard it is to get diamonds in the first place? You get 1 daily and like 2 for every 2 or 3 chapters I read. And you only get 10 if you want to watch like 10 ads. 10 ads daily. It's like, you get 10 a day if you want to sit through the ads. Like, I don't want to sit through the ads because I don't care that much. Talisman secured. Talisman secured. You, Gabriella, and Cass, I'll take one last look around the base before heading out and continue onward. My neck. After a couple more hours of walking, the sky lightens, and the first few rays of the morning peek through the tree tops above you. Anyways, it's starting to get light out. Should we stop and get you out of the sun? Gabriella and Cass slowed their pace slightly. They shoot each other a look before picking back up again. They can handle a little sunlight. It's still early. We can keep going for a while. If you're sure. By midday, you can't push the unease in your gut down anymore. Especially now with both of them lagging behind you. I can still keep going. His words come out labored, and he staggers forward in a weaving path. Okay, that's it. We're stopping. Gabriella, do you have enough strength to help me find some place out of the sun? I think so. But your blood goes cold when you hear a loud snap in the underbrush, followed by a rumbling growl. A massive grizzly lumbers out of the bushes in front of you, rearing on his hind legs to attack. Scream. Oh hell no. Get out of here. Mustering bursts of speed, strength. Cass pushes you out of the way, just as the bear's claw comes down, swiping him across the face. As Cass sags to his knees, the bear rears back and lunges at him again. No. Start yelling, yes. It's really gonna work. You activate the talisman as quickly as you can, sending flashing lights the bear's way. Still working Cass, disorient it, only for his attention to land on you. Roar. Now what? Ricky. Gabriella darts between you and the bear, grabbing with the beast and tossing it aside. When she tries to go after it, she only gets a few steps before she collapses. Gabriella, no. As the sun lumbers toward a sun-poisoning Gabriella, or Cass still lies collapsed on the ground, a horrible realization hits you. It's up to you to protect your group. Damn it. I mean, what's the point of having them if I can't use them? You left the talisman to call out a warning to the vampires. Cass, Gabriella, stay down. But they're already collapsed on the ground, so he's had a blast of concentrated sunlight right at the bear, sending someone backward. The bear starts pacing in circles, disoriented from the impact, and you realize this is your moment. This is it. Let's get away this bear for good. I was gonna say, why would you not use that? I did not pay 25 diamonds for the damn outfit with the hatchet for you not to use a damn hatchet. You ratchet ass bitch. What about your hatchet? Brandish it in front of you. Get out of here. You swing at the bear a few times, cutting a shallow slash into its front leg. Injured and confused, the bear takes a step back, then another, and soon it turns and flees back into the woods. I did it. It's gone. But your words die in your throat when you spin around, finding Gabriella and Cass still lying motionless on the ground. Crap, we're at the edge of the sun. You rush over to them, grabbing each by the arm, tugging. Please, guys, I need you to stay conscious a little longer. Can you stand? You help them to their feet, but they can barely walk. You wrap an arm around each of them, struggling a little under the combined weight, but determined to get them to safety. It's okay. I got you. You hurriedly guide Gabriella and Cass to the first cave you can find, and once they're out of the sunlight, they collapse. Okay, now stay calm. There's some poison that won't get worse, so now you just have to help them recover. Taking your pack with a sleeping bag, which you settle under their heads as you maneuver them into more comfortable positions. Digging a bit more, pick out a canteen of water and some crackers. Come on, guys, you have to eat, or drink at least. But they can barely keep their eyes open, hovering on the brink of consciousness. Alarm forms in your throat as you struggle to shove down a sense of helplessness rising within you. You usually come to the inevitable realization that again, your blood is the key to getting them back on their feet as fast as possible. I know what I have to do, but if my body can't feed both of them when they're both so weak, I move over to Cass, watching the shallow rise and fall of his chest. Look closely at the bloody wound on the side of his head from the bear swiped at him. Come on, let's set up for me. He lets out a string of quiet curses under his breath. She helped him sit against the rocky wall. Grab a blanket from your bag, splash some water from the canteen onto it. Sorry, this might sting a bit. Doesn't hurt worse than anything else. Pushing aside his twisted guilt at not offering him more, he dabbed at the injury, again as gently as possible, cleaned dirt and blood out the wound. His eyes slipped shut, and his head rose. He quickly grabbed onto his hand, a free one, and gave a sharp squeeze. Hey, stay with me. He has just enough strength to grip back. A weak smile lifting his lips. I'm not going anywhere. Push him back gently until his head rests against the sleeping bag once again. Now rest. We'll stay here until you feel better. Then I'll hurry up and heal. While Cass situated, turning to Gabriella, who hasn't moved at all while he attended to Cass. Gabriella? You lay a hand on her shoulder, and her eyes crack open, finding yours with difficulty. Rookie. She's in terrible shape too. But then that kind of jerk is right off of her blood, but not him. I'm thinking with myself here too. Like, damn. That shit hurts. Not having you both suck me. Pause. Not having you both bite out my neck and like suck me dry. Pause. Just move on. You wouldn't let you let out a weak groan. Guilt burned deep into you because you know you could be doing more for her. Stop it, game. Fine. Don't worry. Put a hand on her forehead and immediately yank it back. You're burning up. Some poisoning. What did I do? Feels like I'm in the middle of the desert. Hang on, I have an idea. Take the blanket you used to clean Cass's wound. Find the clean section, pour more water onto it. You gently press it to her forehead. A sigh of relief escapes her lips, and her eyes floated closed. Thanks, Rookie. You're a lifesaver. Just promise me you'll get better. She finds her hand and gives it a gentle squeeze. Promise. Split your time between the two of them, doing what you can to speed along the recovery. The distraction keeping you calm. Every now and then you take a peek outside, watching the sun travel across the sky. Then the worst of the daylight's past. How you holding up? Never better. You're like Cass, who sits against the cave wall, hunched over on himself, as he glares at the floor between his feet. We can rest longer if you need. Are you kidding me? I can't believe any of this happened. I'm a vampire. Vampires aren't helpless like... There's a pathetic human that faints because of a little sunlight can gets her ass kids left and right. I couldn't even handle a bear. Slammed his fist against the wall, crumbling a section of rocks and gravel. You can tell the outburst takes a lot out of him as he pants for breath. Today's been rough for him. He's probably taking a huge blow. Gabriella clears her throat, eyes narrowed as she looks at Cass. Then today's made it clear that humans are anything but pathetic. Her eyes lock in yours. We wouldn't be here without you. After everything you went through today, you're clearly the toughest of the three of us. I was only doing what I could, what I had to do to keep you both safe. You were amazing. Honestly, I feel pretty damn stupid for always trying to be your knight in shining armor. You obviously don't need it. Gabriella, friendship is about being there for each other. I can't just have you save me all the time. Talk about not pulling my own weight. Besides, if we're keeping dragged, I'm pretty sure you still have a few saves on me. Oh, how sweet. You and Gabriella both look toward Cass, who tosses pebbles along the cave floor with a scowl. You can tell he's working up to say more, so you wait. Finally, he looks up, meeting your eyes. You were tough today. Tougher than I've ever seen a human be. I'm relying on you for help. Yes, you don't have to. No, just let me say this. He throws a rock across the cave, where it shatters against the opposite wall. Then, visibly pulling himself together, he lets out a heavy sigh. It was a reality check. I just said that there's no such thing as being all-powerful. That even mortality has its limits. I'm sorry for dragging you into this whole mess. What are you talking about? If I didn't brought you to a fighting pit yesterday, you'd be safe at home with your mom right now. Instead, you're fighting for your life against bears and freezing your ass off in the woods, taking care of 2 helpless vampires. Your mom was right about me the whole time. All I ever do is pull you into trouble. You show me a whole new world. Cass, do you think I regret any of it? Getting to know you has taught me how to live. You forced me out of my comfort zone and into danger, into excitement. Cass Harlow, the joy I feel when I'm with you, all the running and arguing in a way it makes my heart beat faster. You even play for nudge, letting your touch linger. I'm just a little trouble and the heartbeat spending time with you. It's more than a little trouble. Your mom's life is on the line. Yeah, but that's not on you. And Lewin's ultimatum, I would have gotten involved no matter what. Cass opens his mouth to argue, but you grab his hand before you can say anything. I don't regret a single moment with you. With your free hand, take one of Gabriella's. With either of you, no matter how dangerous it gets. Seeing you two succumb to sun poisoning earlier, I was more afraid in that moment. I was more afraid in that moment than I was when Lewin's fangs were at my throat. Look at them both, choking up as the fear you've been tamping down all day finally rises to the surface. Gabriella, Cass, I couldn't stand losing you. You know what I just realized earlier? The thing I'm most terrified of isn't dying, but losing the 2 of you. I can't imagine my life without you, without both of you. Your heart sinks. Fuck you. Your heart feels like it's wearing itself. Fuck you. Your heart feels like it's warring with itself, trying to contain all you feel for both of them. The sheer weary look, and the unmistakable spark of jealousy in her eyes. Then Cass turns his attention squarely at you, squeezing your hand tighter. You're not losing me anytime soon. Gabriella laces her fingers gently to yours, her voice to soothing tones of a promise. I'll always be by your side. You have my word. You hold both their hands tightly, anchoring yourself to them as the sun slowly sinks lower in the sky. We have to be all okay. We have to all be okay at the end of this. We have to. Every time I mess up, I just want to bite the microphone, nah. After the sun sinks once more, you, Gabrielle, and Cass set off again. But though Gabrielle and Cass have gotten their strength back up, you find your steps slowing. The exhaustion from the long day you had settling fast. Do your best to hide it, but eventually your fatigue causes you to stumble, trip over a loose root. You squeeze your eyes shut, only feel a hand close around each of your arms. Gabrielle and Cass both hold you, and they share a tight knot over your head. We're setting up camp. You need to rest, Ricky. What? No, I can keep going. Keep going like that, and you're going to trip right into a ditch. Or worse, game of bloodthirsty vampires. No stopping, and that's that. Your glower has no effect, and Gabriella guides you over to sit on a nearby boulder, while Cass begins to set up camping supplies you described earlier. No longer inside the ley lines, but the chill comes in fast, night deepens. Your breath coming in puffs in front of you. You huddle deeper into your sleeping bag, trying to seal in every bit of warmth you can. Gabriella lays a hand on your side of the sleeping bag, like she's trying to blow her body heat into you. Jesus Christ, I'm struggling tonight. Till morning. Till morning. It's 4:30 in the morning. So till morning. I'm sitting up. Oof. I'm sorry. I wish we could start a campfire, but a party with Trek might pick up on it. Don't worry, I get it. Despite your best efforts, your teeth chatter as you speak, and see you shivering, you inside your sleeping bag. Gas studies you for a moment with a hard gaze before abruptly getting to his feet. Fuck you. We're gonna keep your guard outside. Take this. Warm yourself up some. As he stalks toward the tent flap, he haphazardly lays a blanket he'd been using over you. Wait, why are you giving you this privacy? His voice is clipped, and you feel Gabrielle's hand tense on your side. Cass pauses at the tent flap, as if that will give you time to respond. I don't want him to leave. I don't want either of them to leave. You have a hard, tight knot in your chest. You realize how much warmer you'd be if you had one, or even two, warm bodies to cope with. Snuggle for warmth, Gabriella, Cass, within both of them to fend off the chill of the night. Hold up. Dirty. Oh. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know. I thought like combined it was gonna be 30 or something. And this was gonna be like, you know, lower. Not that they're all gonna be fucking 30, so. Oh my god. I hate this book. I hate this book so much. I just sneezed. I'm allergic to it. I just sneezed because I'm allergic to it. I was paused. It was paused so you couldn't hear it. So you're welcome. Oh. Like, God, I'm fighting my bandana. And that just means I can't read now. Over your head swivel towards you, comically. What? Are you kidding me? I know I was asking a lot, but it was on the side farthest away from Adderhard. Cass hurries to your side, pulling back the flap of your sleeping bag so he can wriggle in beside you. Wow, Cass, how can you tie a sleeping bag? You're smooth. Don't need to move when I'm doing everything in my power. Pretend you don't exist. Guys, he snapped his mouth shut and looked at you innocently. Sighing, scoot over into Cass, who smirks. Looks like you're not wanted here, Adderhard. Stop that. I'm making a move for Gabriella. I hear other side. You've made a pocket of space for Gabriella to slide into. She does her best to jostle you as Cass glowers. Your feet to your side, Adderhard. I'd rather fight another bear to play foosies with you. Honey, I'd rather you go fight another bear right now too. Hilarious. You wanna go right now, you and me? Wow, guys, can I leave you two alone? I'm sensing some serious tension that might be best if I was a little privacy. What do you even... Don't you dare leave me alone with Golden Girl. Fuck you. Don't you dare leave me alone with her Golden Highness. It's even worse than leaving you alone with her. Well, now that we got that settled, and I'm still freezing my ass off, can you two stop moving around and focus on keeping me warm? Right, of course. Gabriella shifts, wrapping her arms securely around your waist, causing your heart rate to pick up. Think your gross leg bumped in. I think your gross leg just bumped into mine a little hard. You feel Cat's like a foot around your ankle, tangling his legs with yours as though to make a point. I'm about to laugh right now. These two, oh my god. I'll keep my legs to myself if you can promise to turn your head in the opposite direction when you sleep. Fine. Fine. Finally, you end up snuggled between the two of them. Immediately, you forgot about the cold, the warmth flows into you. You're hyper aware of their bodies pressed close, the rise and fall of the chest as they breathe, and giddiness rises within you. And there, that's so hard. Incredibly. It was heroin. You bite back a laugh, and when you glance at each of them, both seem to be trying to stifle a grin as well. They play too much. You lay there in silence for a few moments, enjoying the feeling of being held by them before attentively bringing up something that's not on your mind. You know, seems like both of your ideas what it means to be a vampire have changed since I first met you. Maybe you're right, but it's no thanks to Golden Girl. For once, we're in agreement. Any changes in me have been all you're doing, Rookie. That sounds like a stretch. Your heart skips a beat as Gail's palm gently lands on your cheek, turning your face so you're looking at her. It isn't. You helped me realize there's two sides to what I am. Yeah, I have terrifying powers, but they showed I have weaknesses too. And that makes me feel more human and less monstrous. Plus, the extra power I do have, I can use to protect those who matter to me. I've managed to have my family since my real family died. She shoves her arm back around your waist, pressing a kiss to your shoulder before meeting your eyes again. And you mean more to me than I think I could say. Yeah, well, you can try. I'd like to hear it. She swallows, then nods, starting to talk slowly. Being a vampire, every day was filled with so much anger, so much self-hate. Pushed it down and hid it all the time. But our smiles that wore around with humans, they were exhausting. I felt like a fraud. I don't know who I was anymore. I didn't know who I was anymore. She leans forward, so her forehead rests against yours. Having you see me for what I am and accept me, it's changed me into a better version of myself. You've made me so happy. Something I haven't felt in so long. You've made me strong, brave. Gabriella, your voice trembles a bit, overcome by all that she's saying. She presses her lips to your forehead. You mean the world to me, Ruby. Well, maybe I should just leave. No, don't. You quickly turn around, grabbing Cass's jacket, before he starts to wriggle out the sleeping bag. His eyes widen. Ricky? I want you to leave. Please, Cass, stay. He was confused, forecasting a quick glare over your shoulder. She's not the only one who cares about you, you know. I know that, really. Cass holds your gaze, still searching for whether he can trust your words. Finally, he starts to relax beside you again. The past couple of days have sucked, and I got from feeling invincible, practically dying because of some sunlight. But you were amazing. You have flutters with a rare smile, one completely genuine, void of any mocking or bitterness. And I guess what I'm saying is, I like knowing that you have my back. I never respected it, but you balance me out. When I need you, you're there, and vice versa. Together, it's like we don't have any weakness at all, like two sides of the same coin. I think that's the cheesiest thing you ever said. Cass hesitates suddenly, and this time, when he speaks again, his voice is as serious as you've ever heard it. Milky, I never felt this way about anyone, before in my life. My human one or vampire one. Your breath catches in your throat, emotion crashing over you, but you manage to breathless reply. Keep going. I want to hear more. His eyes widen, and you take his hand, bring his palm to rest against your cheek. His thumb brushes against your cheekbone, and you see him transfixed for a moment by the sight of your face in his hand. Just a warning, this isn't going to be eloquent or poetic. I don't need to be. I just want the truth. Your truth. He lets out a shaky breath, and his eyes meet yours. You made me feel that if we met back when I was still human, life wouldn't have been so bad. Oh. Your heart twists, and you cover Cass's hand with your own, Joe closing up with emotion. I'm just glad we met now. Gabriella clears the throat behind you, and you're suddenly aware of her arm wrapping more tightly around your waist. So it's out in the open now. You mean lots both, Ricky. And I'm not backing down that hard. Now am I. Who is the best thing that's ever happened to me since I've been turned into a vampire? You shift onto your back, grabbing both your hands, heart twisting your chest, as your feelings threaten to overwhelm you completely. I'm sorry for putting you both through this, for having you put your hearts out there for me, only to tell you I can't choose. I like you both so much, and I've never felt like this before either. I want to hurt either of you, but I don't know what to do. A voice comes out, it's barely a whisper, and as you cling to both their hands, you feel them both squeeze back at the same time. Like, maybe this isn't the best time to think about that. Cass is right. Right now, you should focus on getting warm. You cast a surprised look at both of them. Are you sure? But everything I said, there's one thing Cass and I can agree on, Hoogie. You want to make sure that you're okay. Now that means you staying warm and getting some sleep. You can tell the ceasefire isn't easy for either of them. And the feeling of faithfulness washes over you. You realize they're doing it for you. Heart hitching. You wonder what you did to deserve the two wonderful people on either side of you. First, you gently cup Gabriella's face in your palm, lean in to brush a gentle kiss to her cheek. I always feel safe with you. I'll never take that for granted. Then Ron kissing Cass's cheek as well, letting your lips linger against the skin. Thank you for staying. I don't know what to do without you. I don't know what to do without you. You don't have to worry about that. Not now, not ever. I'm over here, Haruki. That's something that'll never change. With a contented sigh, let your eyes flicker close, the pain in your heart loosening as you relax into the feeling of their bodies around you. I was around you, to your mommy, let me hold you. Wait, who said that? As you was asleep, you feel yourself being jolted, and you crack open your eyes, clearly. Gabriella and Cass sit up on both sides of you, still halfway in the sleeping bag, their expressions alert. Keep it down, guy. We hear voices outside. That means we're near the enemy's camp. Yay!